Greetings, everyone. Welcome to the another episode of the podcast. Today we have Ganesh sir with us, and he is a coach. More probably, the interesting stories. He came from IT background, and now he's serving as a full-time coach. Welcome, sir, to our channel.
Thank you, Tejasvi. Thank you for having me here.
That's really great, sir. So let us know, how your journey of transformation began from IT to this full-time coach, and why health and fitness you have chosen as your career option.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Tejasvi, for a good question. So I might have to give some background about how it all went actually. That I ended up
Exactly.
being a full-time health and wellness coach. I will share some good background here. So basically, like it was not a, you know, all that planned move actually. In my case, especially like I am a person who generally explores and experiments with things. Okay, just the thing. And then if I talk about how it all happened is so in the year 2010, I started running actually, right? Running to build my health and fitness. Okay, I wanted to be healthy and fit. I started running actually, and that's how my journey started. Personal journey of transformation started, and I have been running for almost 14 years now. So
That's
during this journey of running, what happened is I learned a lot of things about running as a sport actually, right? As a
mm,
sport, and so much learning came from it, like how to stay injury free, how to make it more enjoyable, the running sport enjoyable. Many people get into the issue of knee injuries, many kinds of injuries, and people miss basics of how to run actually, the structure of
mm,
running, right? So
exactly.
that's what I learned in my journey. And I could do marathons, ultra marathons, 24-hour run, 100 kilometers run, things like that.
Mm,
So eventually what happened is I actually wanted to see if I can help people learn this sport actually. So that's
that's
when
good.
I did some coaching work as a service in Pinkathon in the year
Mm,
2017 for almost a year.
okay.
I was teaching women there, like working women, homemakers,
Mm.
uh, helping them build some fitness and running as well. And
And initially,
that's how
what
I
kind
started
of
actually.
challenges you faced in this whole journey?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we'll go there. I will go there actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how I started actually, and then as I was working in my IT job, I took up part-time running coaching as a job actually, part-time job,
Okay.
right? I was working in Cult for a year almost, and that also gave me additional learning actually, like
That's
going
good.
into the ground, helping people with their questions, their challenges. That's how I
Mm.
learned this sport more and more. And as I did this coaching, I learned I had that element of coaching as a strength in me actually. I started figuring out I could help people. Being a coach,
Yes.
I could help people reach that expertise in running. Learning the sport of running.
Mm.
And so this is how I thought maybe I should give it a try to becoming this coach as a full time job, right? So this thought came in 2016, 17 time frame, but it took all these years, like until like 7 years it took almost. So in 2020 itself, I made a call to transition actually from IT job to this full time job. And
That's good.
the moment I decided actually, what happened is I was asking myself, should I do only running coaching, or are there more to do it? Because everyone doesn't want to run actually. So running is
Mm.
not the only means where people can get health actually. So that's
Exactly.
where I did additional courses like nutrition course, weight management course, yoga course, and now I'm offering more programs holistically, and that's how I have become full-time health and wellness coach actually. Yeah,
That's great.
yeah, yeah.
And the challenges, what is you most probably you face during this transformation,
Yeah.
mostly in
So
your
challenges,
career?
yeah, sure. Challenges, there are multiple perspectives to this challenge. When you ask challenge, right, I can come from multiple angles actually, but let me just share what I wanted to answer about this question, right? See, first of all, for anyone being in a job like IT and
Mm.
taking up something else, it's a
Exactly.
mindset shift. First of all, it's a mindset shift.
Mm.
You have to be very strong with what you want to do, right? Unless you are clear about what you want to do, it's
Mm.
difficult to make the transition. That's the first thing I would say.
Yes.
For me, the case was, I was having the conviction in health and wellness field that I can make a difference to people. That gave me the driving, that became a driving factor for me, I would say, first of all, right? Second thing is, once I had the driving factor in me and the clear purpose in me, second thing was figuring out financial aspects, like, being a breadwinner for the family. My wife is working still, but then even then, it's when we change job profession, it's not going to be all the more smooth as how it was in the IT job, right? So I had to make a lot of steps. I took steps like, coming out of my debts, all my debts. I closed all my debts. I started building some building some capital fund for me so that I can come out of the job and start doing things, right? So I have enough money with me to spend actually for my needs, operational needs.
That's great.
And likewise, I took almost like 4 years to do that actually, to come out of the debts and building capital. I took 4-5 years almost. That helped me actually. Yeah. And
how health is related with the productivity? Is there any equation between them?
Definitely, yeah. So I will share this example, okay?
Yeah.
See, globally, if you see, anywhere you go, right? People who are sedentary, like, people who don't do any exercise, just get up in the morning, get ready, go to work. If you see their focus and productivity will be around 4 hours. Average is a research data actually. Maximum 4 hours they work in a focused way, and rest of the time they do some easy work, things like that. But if you see people who work out, or do any other physical activity as a health and wellness activity, like, yoga, it can be yoga, it can be meditation, it can be walking, it can be cycling, it can be swimming, any activity if you do, they are all the more productive actually than the other people. That is because, first of all, when you work out, what happens is there is this hormone, right, that actually gets released actually, and what that does is it sends positivity in people actually. Yeah, so it makes you all the more positive. And when you become positive from your thoughts, from your mindset standpoint, and the focus is all the way more actually than people who don't even get this hormone release actually.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So
on this
I would say, like,
you came up with the book also, Forever Runner.
What is that?
You came up with a book also, as soon as you became an author as well, with the intention of
Correct.
forever running.
Correct. Yeah.
Hmm.
You had a question about that? Sorry.
Yeah, so I would like you to please brief out like how you have written that book in order to show this equation more clearly, or to bring up that clarity to the people, like how health is connected with the productivity. Is it that case?
Yes. Sure. Yeah. So, yeah, in my case, because I was doing running from 2010, and what I started seeing for myself was, as I ran more and more, very regularly, consistently, and I became more productive at my work actually. At my work, and I could focus more, I could get more things done, right? The energy level that I had was very different from what I was before running actually, right? And it really helped me. So about the book, specifically, if you want to talk about quickly, so my journey of running, of more than a decade of running, I thought I learned so much from people all around me actually across the globe, and I thought I should give it back. I should give it back to people who are looking forward to learn actually. So that's why I wrote the book actually. I wrote the book. It took almost a year and a half to write the book, and yeah, I released the book, and the book also covers a lot of aspects of running, but not just running. It's about how running can help you transform as a human being. It's also have something I touched upon in the book actually. Yeah. Yeah.
And are there any some warm-up boosters or health exercises that can boost our energy levels, or it can transform our habits as well?
Yeah, see, that's a very good question actually. So, see, people actually, I want to step back here, right? People are doing too many things in this world today, okay? In this influenced world, I would say, because you open mobile, you open laptop, you are bombarded with information. Okay, people are saying do this, do that, kind of a thing, right? Using thoughts, videos, YouTube, so many things. But as a health and wellness coach, I will step back and say, first of all, what you want to do is understand your body first. Okay, understand your body first. understand your life more, what kind of person you are, what kind of profession you are leading, what kind of lifestyle you are having, how, so all these elements are very key for a person actually, which is to help in deciding what the person wants to do. Like, for example, I will just say this example, right? Let's say somebody is doing a night shift job, for example. Okay. Say he works from night 10 o'clock, morning 6 o'clock, right? Full
Yes.
night he doesn't sleep. And then morning, so that person immediately after the the shift, if he does a very hard workout, HIIT workout or running workout, it will do more harm to the body than good actually.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. It's a good example actually, right? Likewise, we can save so many other things. So my point of view is understand your body first, understand your life priorities second, understand what energy levels you need for your profession, for
Okay.
your day leading the day. So all that should help you do what you want to do actually. Like for example, if your job is very demanding in nature, you are standing all the days, moving around, you're a marketing professional, roaming around all through the day, it's kind of hectic for people. For those people, I would say, don't do too much. Just do like 30 minutes of walking and maybe 15 minutes of meditation. Will do more positivity to you than anything else actually.
That's
This
great.
is an example. Yeah. So likewise, we can take guidance from coaches like me or anybody else, trainer, and get guidance, set right goal, and do things accordingly. That will help you.
So what are the programs like you offer? How you help people around so that it
Yeah.
can be
So
better understandable for the people also?
sure, absolutely. So I have started this Runner for Our brand when I started this profession in 2020. So right
Yes.
now I'm offering 5 programs. One is running, second is fitness, third one is diet nutrition,
Okay.
fourth one is weight management, fifth one is diabetes reversal. So these 5 programs I'm offering. Yeah.
So diabetes is like a permanent solution like you are giving, like according to the medical science, there are many, I don't know what is that hyperstitious kinds of comments that we are getting, like people above 40 or 45, mostly they are stricken with diabetes. And maybe they have
Correct.
one or two types as well, diabetes 1 and diabetes 2.
Correct. So I
So,
am focusing more on diabetes 2 actually.
okay.
In my programs, I'm focusing on diabetes 2.
Okay.
I want to just disclaimer that. So diabetes, if we talk about quickly, right? It's actually a lifestyle disease. Diabetes is happening to people is because of many lifestyle issues. When I say
Exactly.
lifestyle, I will talk about a couple of things, right? First thing is when people become very sedentary in nature, in lifestyle, don't do any activity. Physically, they are very inactive. First thing. Second thing is their food habits. So what they eat actually,
Exactly.
like high refined flour items, high processed items, more fatty items, deep fry items. That's the second thing, right? So
Okay.
likewise, when people are of this sort, what happens is they end up generating a lot of fat in the body
Okay.
fat. So when a person's body fat increases all the way more, and which in turn increases the body weight also for many people. Some people may not get weight, but have the high body fat. So what
Okay.
happens is your body cells loses the capability. So that's where the insulin resistance comes. Insulin resistance we call it. So whatever you eat, that whatever food you eat, food source you eat, the blood glucose that gets generated, the glucose that is generated, the
Exactly.
body cells can't absorb it actually. Yeah, exactly. So that's where this issue is coming. So through my programs, what I'm doing to my customers is doing two things. One is making a good diet and nutrition changes. Second thing is exercise. Exercise, can I say, not very heavy exercise, very simple exercise, but make sure you don't do only cardio. You bring in some resistance training also. So I do resistance training along with cardio and diet nutrition changes. Apart from these two, I also bring in lifestyle changes. So when I say lifestyle, the couple of examples is one is good sleep. When people sleep really well, most of the health issues are gone actually. That is because your hormones in the body work really well, and be it digestion, be it hunger levels, satiation levels, all these things work much better in a person who sleeps well actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
So these
Please go ahead.
programs are like mostly online, which you offer?
Yes. I'm completely offering all the programs online. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, are you facing any challenges while dealing with online? Or do you
Uh,
want to plan it sometimes like offline as well? What is the take
for
on?
sure. Yeah, so in the past, I have done offline programs also. Even I have done group programs, like group capacity programs I have done. So
Okay.
what I found for myself, it's my personal view and opinion. It did not apply to everyone else actually. For
Okay.
me, the purpose and vision is to transform individuals. Okay,
Mm.
transform individuals. I believe in the philosophy that when I change individuals, the community changes, city
Okay.
changes, state changes, country changes actually, right?
That's
So
great.
my philosophy is one-on-one. So my all the
Mm.
programs I'm doing one-on-one right now. I don't do any group classes, no group programs, only one-on-one.
Okay.
And when it is one-on-one, it is much more easier with the current technology available, right? If you have a good high bandwidth Wi-Fi, and if you have a good laptop, that's more than enough to achieve anything in this world actually. It's what I believe
Exactly.
in, and I'm showing it to customers now actually. So people
Exactly.
who have this mindset who come to me, and I show them they can achieve what they want to achieve. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. So, what are the secrets for the good well-being?
Well-being, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So I will just clarify what is wellness and well-being before I
Exactly.
answer
That is required.
well-being. Yes, correct.
Yes.
So at the crux of it, right? Wellness is more to do with your physicality. Okay. So how
Exactly.
physically you are well is more
Mm.
around wellness. But wellness may have some element of mental wellness also. Okay, some
Yes.
element because when you are physically well, you are actually becoming mentally well also automatically. It happens to
Yes.
people, right? And
Mm.
but if you talk about well-being, well-being is a much more holistic aspect. So
Exactly.
well-being becomes more about physical, mental. Apart from those, it also becomes spiritual.
Mm.
It also becomes emotional. It also becomes how is relationship in your life? How is relationship in your life? How
Yes.
is profession in your life? How is your profession going in your life? And
Mm.
it's one step further. If I go, have you found your purpose in life? People
Mm.
talk about purpose, but how many of us have a purpose in life and go live with that purpose actually, right? And
Exactly.
so fulfillment. Now, when do you get
Mm.
fulfillment in life? So all these aspects will happen when you have a good well-being. So well-being is a much broader term actually.
Mm.
And if you ask me secrets for well-being, my answer would be like first step is to know yourself well. You have to know yourself well. Okay,
Ah.
you have to understand yourself well. Yeah, and you can do that well through multiple ways like meditation.
Mm.
Have a mentor
Yeah.
for you, have coaches for you who can help you understand yourself more actually. Yeah, through
Yes.
dialogue. First
Mm.
thing. Second thing is understand yourself, and then you set a goal for yourself. You are like
Okay.
this today, and where you want to go next. So likewise, you can set your goal and then start achieving it actually. Yeah,
Okay. So it's more about self-talk.
exactly. Yeah, more about self talk, not just self talk. After doing self talk, it's about always knowing what you are doing is right for you, right for you,
Mm.
right for your life, right for your life priorities, things like that. Yeah,
Exactly. So
how to
with
bring
this,
that balance in life.
what are the suggestions that you would like to give to the people who are struggling with various kinds of health issues, like in spite of weight loss, diabetes, and hypertension, and many more?
Yeah,
Like, but most probably these are the major diseases or major facets like people are facing these days.
correct. Yeah. So see, there's not a whole lot actually how to do. People are getting confused to in approaching health actually,
Mm.
right? People are
Yes.
getting lost. They don't know what to do. They are doing too many things and losing their ways actually. But
Yes.
if you ask me, what I would say is three things. Just three things, right? First
Yes.
thing is start doing some activity, physical activity.
Mm.
Our body is meant to move. Our body is meant to
Um,
move. Do some activities. So do either walking, walking, running, cycling, swimming, any physical activities, yoga,
okay.
whatever is easy for you. That is very
Mm.
important because what you enjoy doing, you do well actually. If you
Exactly.
push yourself to do something, you may not like it and you discontinue actually, right? So this first thing, so physical activities.
Okay.
Second thing is diet nutrition.
Hmm.
Bring changes to diet nutrition. Don't eat just for the sake of addressing your hunger actually. Just,
Exactly.
just, just, just don't eat for the sake of eating. Eat with right nutrition. Understand your body.
Yes.
You can do body composition to understand how is
Ah.
your body fat, muscle mass, all that, and accordingly you can plan your diet. So you
Yes.
bring right elements in your diet actually, right sources of diet. Okay, I would say composition, like macro
Okay.
composition. Say like right amount of protein, right amount of carb, right amount of fat. From this, also ensure you take good amount of vegetables and fruits to bring in vitamins and minerals. Yeah, that's very important for the body, for a healthy body.
Okay.
Third thing is lifestyle. In
Okay.
lifestyle, there are a lot of things. Few things I would say is sleep. Your sleep, have a good quality sleep, and drink enough water in the day. Right, around eight glasses you can drink minimum. If you do more physical activities, you can drink more water accordingly. When it comes to sleep at least 7 to 8 hours sound sleep. Okay, nowadays
Okay.
you have GPS watches that can tell you, how is your quality of sleep. Right,
Yes.
wear a watch, sleep well, and find out how deep is your sleep. Yeah, figure that out first. Yeah,
Okay.
and then reduce your screen time before you go to bed, at least 3 4 hours before going to bed. Don't drink too many coffee teas, at least 6 7 hours before going to bed. All these are some examples of lifestyle changes that you have to do to bring health
Okay.
to yourself. Yeah,
These days we have many kinds of apps also, which is used to keep track how much steps we are walking and how many moves we are doing, how we are doing, like how many kilometers we ran, and cycling
correct.
also. So are these
Yes.
are really impactful, or they are made for just for a technological sake?
um, See, if you ask me, right, I have used the GPS watches for almost 14 years now,
These
and
these days impact app is coming up very like it's blooming like anything.
yes,
Moreover,
yes,
that is
true,
related
true.
to something money or financial thing, but people are doing for that because that is driving them. So is it really
So
impactful?
yeah, if you see any technology for the matter, not just this in this topic of discussion. If you
Yeah.
ask me, any technology is meant to be helping human being actually, right? But
Yes.
it is up to us to use them in the right way,
Mm.
right? If you use them in the right way, you can reap the benefit out of it actually. For example, so I use GPS watch now. Even my customers use GPS watch, and being, let's say for example, a running customer. One of my customers is a runner, and so they use the watch, and we get so much of benefit from the watch. Like for example, it's not just about measuring distance that I have run actually, right? It's
Yes.
about what is the elevation that I'm running in, what is the elevation gain, elevation loss, right?
Mm.
Second thing is your heart rate. You can train based on heart rate also. So when you
Yes.
run, different speed you can run, right? So
This is
you
the
can
power of
run at different
smartwatch.
heart rate zones, correct? And then you
Mm.
can actually run based on pace also, different pace, running pace, right? You can run,
Yes.
and you can check your cadence. Your
Yeah.
cadence you can check. Your straight length you can check. So we have so much in the technology, but
Yeah.
does everyone need it? It's questionable, because every customer is not improving to participate in Olympics. Somebody wants to just simply run, and I want to be healthy and happy. So
But
they
these
don't
days
have
it
to use
is coming to
technology.
the fashion also. Like moreover the necessity, it's now the fashion. The trend is
Correct,
same.
correct, yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
correct, correct. People are using it as
Mm.
fashionable watch also, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's up to them to leverage
That's
the
why we
real
are not
technology.
able to differentiate between MS Dhoni and Narayan Murthy. Both the people are using smartphones. Wherever he is a
Yeah,
sports person and he's an IT person.
yeah, correct.
And after that, all common people are also using the smartwatch. And they don't know the utility. They understand what they can pick up the calls, they can answer the messages, and everything is going well. So this is a
Yes,
problem.
maybe this discussion provokes their thought about how they can leverage
Yes.
the watch better, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
correct.
And the thing is, people are doing like intermittent fasting or full day fasting. So does
Yeah.
that it has some health implications with it?
So yeah, it's a good topic, Tejasvi, right? I
Yes.
will take 2 3 minutes here to just share my thoughts about not
Yeah.
just the intermittent fasting, about the whole aspect of fad diets. So in the world today, if you have a lot of fad diets. When I
Hmm.
say fad, I don't want to demean them. Everything has a purpose. People have discovered, invented things because they want to get the help of the that aspect,
Hmm.
to people actually, right?
Yeah.
So there are like Atkins diets, keto diet, paleo diet, and along with this, one of the things is intermittent fasting. People
Okay.
discovered intermittent fasting also.
Hmm.
Intermittent fasting, if you see, it's hardly a decade old actually, 12 years old actually in the
Okay.
youth, right? The whole world actually. Um, so if you ask me, my philosophy again, coming back to my philosophy in health and wellness coaching is, whatever we do in our life, right? Whatever we do in life, we have to be able to sustain with it for a long time. If I can pick up something and I can sustain with that for a long time, it is a working, it's a working thing, it's the right thing for me. That's how I measure things. Okay.
Yes.
That's how I evaluate things.
Mm.
So for example, fasting, if we take, some of my own customers who did intermittent fasting in a wrong way, when I
Okay.
say wrong way, I will explain what it is. But
Mm.
when they use intermittent fasting in the wrong way, that too in a very extended period of time,
Okay.
they have become unhealthy than becoming healthy
Mm.
actually. Okay.
Okay.
So I will explain quickly how intermittent fasting works.
Yeah.
So for a person who is heavy, for example, they want to lose weight.
Mm.
So intermittent fasting helps in cutting down your time of eating. Okay. Basically, like let's say for example, 16-8 days, say 16 hours of gap you give fasting,
Mm.
and 8 hours in window time you eat actually. So
Okay.
what this does basically is for people, our body is keep burning calories. Okay? Our body is meant to keep burning calories, and as to expend energy.
Mm.
When you don't feed for a long time, when you go to
Okay.
intermittent fasting, what happens is body is looking for energy, and when you don't feed the body, you can tap into fat sources in the body,
Okay.
fat source. Yeah.
Mm.
So it actually burns fat. It does it actually. It does it. It really does it. But it does quickly for initial, let's say 2-3 months.
Okay.
Okay. And then along with this, you also have to do few more things. Like for example, physical activities you have to bring in. You have to
Mm.
eat right amount of protein. Yeah.
Mm.
To make sure
Okay.
your muscle mass is not lost actually.
Mm.
People do only intermittent fasting, they don't eat properly.
Yeah.
They don't eat enough protein.
Mm.
What that does is it actually burns your muscles also.
Yes.
The moment you lose muscle mass in the body, you can never build body fat at a good rate actually. A healthy body is always going to burn fat really well.
Mm.
And when you lose muscle mass, you can't burn the fat well. And that's how people get into all the more issues. So my point of view is intermittent fasting is good if you follow with right knowledge, you do the right way holistically. But even then, I would say intermittent fasting you should not do for lifelong. If you want to lose weight, use it, apply it right ways for 6 months, 9 months, lose the weight, then come back to the normal lifestyle where you can eat like 3 meals a day, two, three servings of fruits and vegetables, and
Okay.
lead a healthy life than following something for the sake of following. Like that's why it's a fad actually.
So
People are
fasting is good
people are
or bad?
feeling. That's what I'm saying. It's good in the short term. In the short
Okay.
second, it's good, but not in the long term. You should not do it consistently for a long time. You should not do fasting. I wouldn't
Okay.
recommend that. Yes.
So if a person who is doing fasting for continuously 3 to 4 months, then he suddenly came back to his normal schedule, there can be subsequent changes in their weights also. So how you can
Yes.
control that?
Can you repeat the question? Sorry.
Like if a person is doing fasting for 3 to 4 months, then he came back to his normal
Okay.
routine, whatever the diet he is following before 3 to 4 months, then there can be
Mm-hmm.
the change in their weights also, change in
So that's
calories
what
also. Like
this is
we
where
cannot
this is
control
where
the taste of a person. After 3 to 4 months, there can be
yeah,
anything.
yeah.
Depends upon the understanding of a person and how we can control that.
No. This is where I want to bring that holistic understanding and view actually, right?
Uh,
So when you said people did 3-4 months of fasting, if
hmm,
they did only fasting, nothing else, from the
hmm,
knowledge standpoint, from nutrition change, from physical nutrition change, nothing if they did, only fasting they did, that is very
yes.
wrong, I would say. And if
Okay.
you come back from fasting, you will gain weight because your body has not become healthy. The
Uh,
objective should be to make the body healthy always.
okay.
Yeah, don't do only fasting. If you do fasting, along with fasting, what else you have to do? Figure that out actually. Bring
Okay.
physical activities, bring right nutrition, then your body become healthy. Once you become body become healthy, you don't have to go
Hmm.
through the cycle of losing weight, gaining weight, losing weight, gaining weight. That won't happen
Okay.
actually.
That's good.
Yeah,
So you
yeah,
were telling about running forever, and I have one question like how to lead injury-free running.
yeah. That's a good question. So when people talk about running, the first thing that comes to people's mind is knee pain or injury, any injury
Yeah,
that stops them from running actually. Yeah,
exactly.
it's a very key topic. So I will share a couple of things, not many, a couple of things that people can do to stay injury free. Because running is a great activity one can do to stay fit and healthy.
Hmm.
So The first thing is there's a structure to running always. If you're doing running, don't just run. Okay, don't just run. Have a goal. Have a goal in running. What is your goal? You are running for just the general health, or you are running for a 10K, or you are running for a marathon. Have a goal in running always, which is very very true. Which is very very important, because some people, they don't have a goal. They just run. They run too much actually. They run, let's say, every day 10 kilometers, 2 years, 3 years. What happens is, when you run too much and don't do other things right, like for example, taking right amount of protein, right amount of strength workouts, they get injured actually.
Yes.
They get injured, and the body also becomes unhealthy, because you are losing muscle mass also over time. It's a lot of cardio. Running is a lot of cardio, and you use muscle mass. And so goal is very important. First thing. Second thing is, whenever you run, before running, do some good warm up. Mobilize your body, do mobility drills, and then do run. Post the run, do some good stretches, like stretches, foam rolling, to relax your muscles. Relax your muscles. That is very important. Third thing you can do is take some massages, deep tissue massages or sports massages, to relax your body, right? So when you run regularly, what happens is your body goes through a lot of stress. So if you take massage, it will relax your the muscle contraction. So you go to muscle contraction, you run too much, and they release the muscle contraction, and your body relax more actually. Yeah, that is very important. And apart from this, you can focus on more aspects also. Rest well, recover well. If you do all this well, you can actually stay injury free in running.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is very insightful. Talking with you and discussing about various facets of health and fitness. And health is wealth. We all know. Stay healthy and stay fit. That's what I can express with this talk to the audience. So thank you, Ganesh sir, for connecting us to the podcast. In very short invitation, you came and you expressed all your insights to the audience. I'm very happy for the same. Thank you once again.
No worries. Thank you so much, Tejushi. Thank you for taking time to do this podcast, and I'm very happy to share. I know, like, we spoke very short, in a very short duration, and we just spoke about 10, 12 questions. But I'm always happy to talk to people who need help actually in this health and wellness space. Reach out to me. There is Instagram profile, Facebook profile, LinkedIn profile for me. My number is 98450 If you need any help from me from coaching aspect. Thank you again, Tejasvi. Thank you.
Thank you.